Greetings, dear Capricorn. Welcome to Tifa's Tarot, and I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. And today we're going to go ahead and take a peek at you and your loved interests. So whoever you're energetically connected to at this time, we're just going to go ahead and just do a quick little love forecast to see like what's the current energy and if we can get some advice for you in this particular reading. Before we set the intention, let's just go ahead and take a look at the beautiful decks that we'll be using today. So for your messages, we're going to use the Light Seers Tarot. And for your person's messages, we're going to use the Gilded Tarot Royale. And I do like to use two separate messages because oftentimes if you look into love readings, sometimes partners start to mirror each other. So the exact same cards do sometimes come out. So let's see if that's something that you're doing, dear Capricorn. Let's go ahead and set the intention, Capricorn. This is for you. If you have Capricorn and it is in your sun, your moon, your rising, but particularly your Venus, then it is my sincerest intention that this reading may resonate with you in some capacity and that you're able to receive these messages and apply them to your own life and your own relationship only and always for your highest good. All right. So let's first go ahead and look at your energy, Capricorn. So this is going to be, I know they say like tarot is timeless, but honestly, it's whenever you're watching this message. I'm filming this in the last few days of September. I think it's the 29th right now. So this is for like late September through October. We're looking at a forecast for this particular time period. All right, let's go ahead, Capricorn. Let's see your current energy in regards to this relationship at this time. Show me Capricorn's energy. Okay, you've got the 8 of Swords. So though that to me could show that you are feeling a little bit blocked for movement here. The Devil almost came out, but it didn't come out quite. So let's just go ahead and be focused. Like the Devil, can't make that up, y'all. Tarot is weird. Like I don't quite understand the mechanics of it. Like, but there is something very magical about tarot that just receiving the messages sometimes. It's definitely like internal. It's my internal intuition, if that makes sense. But I just kind of knew that the Devil would come out. All right. And the Lovers. Oh, you feel, I don't know. Now with the Devil here, this could be perhaps like maybe bad habits that you're partaking in that are affecting the relationship in some way. Now, if it's not that, this could be like maybe there's an obsession component to this, right? And maybe it's something that you can't quite let go of. You're having a hard time really like controlling perhaps your emotions in this relationship. Like it's all consuming, you know, when you're in a connection, it's all consuming. And you might be feeling like I've really met like the love of my life. Like this is who I'm supposed to be with. But it's, there's something about the connection for me that seems like a part of you is really like kind of cut off to some degree. Like you might not understand why this is happening, because I feel like there is something very obsessive about the connection in some way, or perhaps something that's putting you in a bit of a discomfort, something that you're not used to doing. When we talk about the Devil as excess, and here is saying like an excess of love, an excess of I need to breathe, eat, feel this person all the time. If you've ever seen this movie Together, right? It's this horror romance movie, super creepy. I thought it was good, but it's basically like this couple that just are not really good for each other. They're trying to break up. They don't really know how to do it. But anyway, the synopsis is pretty much they get stuck together through this magical moss that is in the forest that they have to sleep in one day. That it's, I don't know, whatever. But anyway, they get the substance on them and it creates this emotional, physical, it's like a mental, spiritual, physical tie where they actually like fuse themselves together, right? And it's like, I love you, I hate you, I can't be apart from you, right? It's just all consuming. And you don't like love like that can be a little bit exciting, but it could also be a little bit concerning, right? Because it's not a very practical stage, at least in my opinion, of love. And if you are somebody who, Capricorn, like you are known for being quite practical, honestly. So when you do find something that's so enmeshed, it could feel a little bit uncomfortable for you, right? You're feeling a little codependent, so to speak. Let's go ahead and check out your person. Show me the person on Capricorn's mind. show me the person on Capricorn's mind. Okay, they've got the Ten of Wands. They feel a little bit burdened from this connection in some way. Or there's just a lot that they have to do. Yeah, they're doing a lot. The Two of Pentacles. I see your person being really like laden down with a lot of responsibilities. And yeah, the Nine of Swords. Your person is having this energy where, now I don't know, I'm changing this a little bit. I feel like you're in a connection. I feel that another potential message that I'm getting, and this is solely based on your person's energy, is you could be in a connection that is perhaps like you're indulging in something. There's something toxic that's underneath the current of this connection that you have with your person, and you feel like compelled that you're really not an ability to stop it. It's like you can't see, like Eight of Swords is being shut off. But sometimes it's like, oh, I can't do this. I feel stuck. But it's like maybe those limitations are within you. Okay. And sometimes addictions can do that, right? It's easy for people on the outside to just be, well, why don't you just stop? Right? Just quit. But if you are actively battling that, like you understand the feeling of like, it's not that simple of just not doing it. Okay. There's a lot more complicated mental and sometimes physical manifestations that happen when you're in an addictive state. So what I'm getting from your person is, I feel like I just called you like a drug addict, and I didn't really mean it like that. But when I talk about an addiction, doesn't have to be to a substance, but it's just this idea is an excess of something, right? And like just with, I don't want to over explain myself, but with that Eight of Swords for you, it's just, you feel powerless to help it. It's like you just can't see. But I feel like your person has they're like quite burdened at this time, perhaps about this connection. They really feel like they're juggling a lot of things. They're keeping things together because there's Two of Pentacles. Honestly, it's about multitasking. It's about, even sometimes when I think of the Two of Pentacles, is like, it's weighing your options, as being like, do I really like want to be in this? Like, what are some other things that I can employ? And I feel that they are really stressed out about it. Right? Nine of Swords is stress. This is like you being kept up at night and your anxiety getting the best of you. Like sleep is not good. Like just feeling like, ugh, right? Where it's a bit of depression. But I think Nine of Swords to me is more anxiety for sure. But yeah, let's go ahead and, so this is the current energy. This is a little bit, so slightly like I feel like there could be two different storylines that align. One of them has to do with like perhaps an addiction of some sort of bad habit and how that's really affecting the relationship and you're just like can't stop it. Or this is being consumed in a connection and not feeling like you have that power to be able to control yourself. And your person being really like stressed, a little burdened, a lot of anxiety, them really thinking, trying to navigate around this connection with you. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and look at the dynamic. So when we talk about a dynamic within in love, it is not how you currently are in this state, but the dynamic is like, well, how do you function as a couple? How does the relationship work? So let's take a look. We'll pull a few cards from your deck and a few cards from your person to see how does Capricorn show up in this connection. How does Capricorn show up in this connection? All right, you got the Knight of Swords. Very mentally active and engaged. You don't just like talk your shit. You actually do your shit. You got the Two of Pentacles. You also being able to multitask and like keep things together, right? Even you're going through you're going through a storm, like you still got it together. You're going to work, you're keeping up with the relationships that you have. All right. Oof. This is crazy. You are both marrying each other. Like you showed, did you transfer things to your person? And what I mean by that is like, did you transfer like energetic frequencies to them? Because you like, Just as your person had this Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, this is what I talk about mirroring. You're showing up in the relationship as that too. And you're showing up as a relationship where, I don't know, in this situation, I feel like maybe there's something you did about it, because the Knight of Swords is like quite quick. It's intelligent energy, but it's able to like move on thoughts, right? So if there's something that you realize about a situation or yourself, you think, you rationalize, and then you employ strategy and actually get to doing it. Okay. So this is, for example, if you were in a depressive mode, maybe like you guys met in that state. Okay. That could have been very much an energy. You met in that state of like meeting each other, just not at your fullest, brightest selves, right? Sometimes there could be a little bit of trauma bonding, right, with that energy. But it's like there's something here in this connection where you were in the same exact energy that your person is in, but there's something about, maybe just not in this connection, but maybe the connection gave you the power, the strength, or maybe it was outside of that to really like pull yourself out of it. I don't know. Let's see your person. Show me Capricorn's person. All right. So your person shows up as the this actually was in the reverse, but this is the Hangman, right? In the reverse position. This is not doing things that they're supposed to do, right? This is not giving up things, perhaps. This is having a stalemate, staying stagnant, right? Not really moving. Which is interesting because they have the movement card, actually. They have the Chariot. Or maybe it's like they did move. There was a wake up call for them. There's something about this relationship for your person that's been very significant, about maybe a self realization. Maybe it's like you guys mirror each other and you're able to see within your partner things that you didn't like about yourself, and vice versa. And I feel like your person has really like awakened to that, right? Or this relationship has really like gotten them into that, or into that energy of really like self-realization of like, who am I? Like, what is this relationship showing me about me? And then Temperance. So that is keeping things in order. I don't know, but Temperance is not just keeping things in order. It's like more of like creating harmony in your life and creating balance in your life. I feel like your person did a really good job doing that, but there's something in this connection that it could almost feel like they've lost themselves in some way, because that Hangman to me kind of has this feeling of like, in this dynamic, they employed these things, but they lost a part of who they are with you. And I think that this is what's causing this energy within them, where they are feeling overburdened, trying to employ what type of strategies they can do to kind of like move forward in life, and being really like kind of stressed about that, like having a lot of anxiety about that. But this is not about them. This is about you, Capricorn. So let's go ahead and close this reading out with some advice. Show me advice for Capricorn. This is an interesting reading. Show me some advice for Capricorn. All right, you've got the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, chase that money. I expect you to do nothing less than that, Capricorn. All right, you got the Magician. And you got the Seven of Wands. Outside of whatever's happening with your partner, I just feel that your advice is to continue to make like prosperous moves forward, especially when it comes to like your abundance, right? Because that Ten of Pentacles, like if you are in a partnership where you feel like it is just like a vacant black hole of just like needs and wants, and they just keep wanting and needing, like it wants you to prioritize that, right? Because I do feel like you really can manifest. You can manifest like kind of what you want if you have stronger boundaries. The Seven of Wands is about erecting stronger boundaries. So I don't know, this almost feels like a spiritual energetic transfer between you and your person. And the advice that I'm getting for you is to remind yourself to not get too deviated from your own personal goals and objectives. And some of those have to do with like resource creation and like being about your bag, right? And knowing that you can manifest this. If you're feeling like, dang, like I'm just not able to achieve like I used to since this person's been in my life, right? And then maybe there's some boundaries that you need to erect from that. That doesn't have to mean getting rid of the person. It just means that you need to find a way to operate in the relationship in a different way that you could still be achieving what you want, right? That you still have that autonomy for yourself, all right? And let's go ahead and just see if we've got some messages from our romance angels. Let's see if we got messages from romance angels for our Capricorns. Show me messages. Ooh, finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So I don't know if that's been a thing, but also honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. All right, so there could be, let's get one more. Okay. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction between you. All right. So all of those things could be true. You know, energy could be great. Spending time with each other is advisable, enjoying in that, but understanding that there's something about your money to focus in on too. Okay. And that might be a conversation if you decide to be with your person on a long-term, more integrated basis. Like that's a conversation that needs to be had. Well, anyway, dear Capricorn, thank you for listening to this reading. If you are here and listening, and you have listened to this in its entirety, my name is Tifa. I do tarot. If you like the way that I do tarot, please do comment, like, subscribe for additional content. And I do offer personal readings, and you can find more information in the link below. It will be in the description of the video, but it's also in the about section of this channel. Have a great day. I love you, Capricorn. Bye.